I used to think static was just dead air. But then, at 2:22 a.m., I heard my own name whispered through the hiss. No broadcast, no DJ, no station listed anywhere. Just static. The next day, I told my roommate. He laughed. That night, he tuned in. To now. He's gone. His room is empty. His things untouched. And the radio keeps calling his name. And tonight, it whispered yours. When I first moved to the little town of Cold Brook, I thought silence would be a blessing. No traffic, no neon signs buzzing outside my window, no late-night sirens, just woods, fields, and quiet. But silence plays tricks on you. Out here, when the world goes dark, you start hearing things you shouldn't. It began my second week in town. My old radio clock, something I brought from college, crackled to life at exactly 2:22 a.m. I hadn't set an alarm. I hadn't touched the dial. Just static, white noise like a storm trapped inside the speaker. I leaned in, and that's when I heard it, faint, buried beneath the static. A voice, whispering my name. I thought it was a dream. But the next morning at the diner, I overheard an old man talking about Station 222. He said it the way someone talks about a curse they don't want to admit exists. Kids go missing, he muttered. Always after they brag about finding it. I asked the waitress what he meant. She went pale and told me to drop it. That night, my roommate Alex dared me to record the frequency. Maybe it's pirate radio, he laughed. At 2:22, the static returned, louder this time, my name again. But then, it spoke Alex's. The next morning, his bed was made, his shoes still by the door, his car keys on the counter, but Alex was gone. I couldn't sleep. I started digging. The town library had old microfilm newspapers. In 1974, there had been a local AM station, small-town broadcasts, farm reports, local news. It went dark after a storm fried the equipment, but witnesses said before it shut down, something strange happened. The DJ played a looped chant, non-stop, the same words, over and over. No one could understand the language. Then, silence. The staff was never seen again. Some said the signal still bled through, a ghost frequency. 2:22 a.m., and anyone foolish enough to answer it was taken. I tried to warn myself not to listen again, but I couldn't resist. I bought a tape recorder. I waited until 2:22, static. Then, "Do you hear me?" My chest tightened. Against every instinct, I whispered, "Yes." The static exploded. My lights flickered. In the corner of the room, the shadows seemed too dark, like they were listening. I shut the radio off, but the damage was done. Because the next day, on the tape, I heard something new. It wasn't my voice replying. It was a copy. A perfect, hollow version of me. The people here know. That's why they avoid the woods after dark. That's why nobody talks about the station. A farmer finally told me, "The static doesn't just talk, it learns you, copies you. Once it has your voice, it has a door." He wouldn't say more, just made the sign of the cross and told me to throw my radio away. But I didn't. I couldn't. Something about it pulled me back, like a hook in my skull. More people started vanishing. A girl from the gas station, a hunter, even the sheriff's nephew. Every disappearance happened after they bragged about hearing the broadcast. And every time, the radio whispered another name. The static wasn't random. It was a list. And the names were in order. Mine was coming closer to the end. I decided to end it, to confront whatever was inside that frequency. At 2:22, I sat in the dark. The radio hissed. "Do you hear me?" it asked again. I leaned close to the mic. "What are you?" Silence. Then, my own voice, answering back. "I am what waits." when the world goes quiet. The lights shattered. My reflection in the window didn't move with me. It smiled. And then, from the static, a sound like millions of voices screamed at once, people begging, crying, whispering from the other side. I tried to turn the radio off, but my hands weren't mine anymore. This is the last thing I'll record. Because if you're hearing this, the static is already looking for you. Don't answer it. Don't speak back. And whatever you do, don't listen at 2:22 a.m. Because once it knows your name, it never stops calling.